Exodus 3, the burning bush. Now Moses was keeping the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led his flock to the west side of the wilderness and came to Sinai, the mountain of God. The angel of the Lord appeared to him in a blazing flame of fire from the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush was on fire, yet it was not consumed. So Moses said, I must turn away from the flock and see this great sight, why the bush is not burned up. When the Lord saw that he turned away from the flock to look, God called him from the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses. And he said, Here I am. Then God said, Do not come near. Take your sandals off your feet out of respect, because the place in which you are standing is holy ground. And then he said, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. Then Moses hid his face because he was afraid to look at God. And the Lord said, I have in fact seen the affliction, the suffering, and desolation of my people who are in Egypt, and have heard their cry because of their taskmasters, oppressors, for I know their pain and suffering. So I have come down to rescue them from the power of the Egyptians, and to bring them up from the land to a land that is good and spacious, to a land flowing with milk and honey, a land of plenty, to the place of the Canaanite, the Hittite, the Amorite, the Perizzite, and the Hivite, and the Jebusite. Now behold, the cry of the children of Israel has come to me, and I have also seen how the Egyptians oppressed them. The mission of Moses. Now Moses has been given his mission. Therefore come now, and I will send you to Pharaoh, and then bring my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. But Moses said to God, Who am I, that I should go to Pharaoh, that I should bring the children of Israel out of Egypt? So here's the question. When we never really hear the questioning, that people question God, but here Moses does. And God said, Certainly I will be with you, and this shall be your sign to you that I have sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you shall serve and worship God at this mountain. Then Moses said to God, Behold, when I come to the Israelites and say to them, The God of your fathers has sent me to you, and they say to me, What is his name? What shall I say to them? God said to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, You shall say this to the Israelites, I am has sent me to you. Then God also said to Moses, This is what you shall say to the Israelites, The Lord, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob has sent me to you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial name to all generations. Go gather the elders of Israel together and say to them, The Lord, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob appeared to me, saying, I am indeed concerned about you and what has been done to you in Egypt. So I said, I will bring you up out of the suffering and oppression of Egypt to the land of the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Amorites, Perizzite, Hivite, and the Jebusite, to a land flowing with milk and honey. The elders of the tribes will listen and pay attention to what you say, and you, with the elders of Israel, shall go to the king of Egypt, and you shall say to him, The Lord, the God of the Hebrews, has met with us. So now, please, we ask and plead with you, let us go on a 3 days journey into the wilderness, so that we may sacrifice to the Lord our God. But I know that the king of Egypt will not let you go unless he is forced by a strong hand. So I will reach out my hand and strike Egypt with all my wonders, which I shall do in the midst of it. And after that, he will let you go. And I will grant this people favor and respect in the sight of the Egyptians. Therefore it shall be that when you go, you will not go empty-handed. He's like, Here, I'm going to not let you go with nothing. But every woman shall ask her neighbor and any woman who lives in her house for articles of silver and articles of gold and clothing, and you shall put them on your sons and daughters. Is this way you are to plunder the Egyptians, leaving bondage with great possessions that are rightfully yours. And they're not going to be left with nothing. God's going to make sure that they are redeemed and have plenty. This is your daily Bible chapter in God's Word, Monday through Friday. See you tomorrow.